Okay, a little quickie before tomorrow's game. First of all, I want to check it out. Classic, I think. Classic. I like this thing too bad. And you know how old this thing is? I bought this in '06 before the TNT World Cup in Germany. And for those of you who don't know what the hell this is, you miss out. One of the most glorious moments in or eras in TNT football. Strike squad. It ripping up holes like crazy, but I love it too bad. All right, let's get to it. What I want to talk about is not tomorrow's game, but about the TTPFL and our alleged league. You notice they haven't told us when the league is starting. It's October 10th. Today is October 10th. I've heard through the grapevine the start date is October 24th, which is 2 weeks from now. Exactly 2 weeks from now. Eh? Undercover league, boy. If the start date is October 24th, how is it 2 weeks before the start date? The country has not been told. It's not been in the newspapers, not any kind of media. What I was told again by someone else. And if this is true, it's terrible. I hope I get an undercover information, inside source and thing. TTFA could always dispute what I say. The reason they have not made it public is the stipend coming from the government has not yet come, and they're waiting for it, and this is why they're holding back on announcing. Okay, it makes sense. You know, the government, over the last government, pledged 3 million a year for 3 years. That was a very wonderful offer by Minister Cujo of that PNM government. I'm not a political supporter of anybody, but when they do right, they do right. You have to admit it. Okay, so they're waiting on the money. This leads me to a number of points. One is I think we have to stop calling this league pro league. This is welfare league. We are getting by on the good grace of our TNT government, and it's still a horribly run league. There are times teams show up in the games at a stadium and they're told they're at the wrong stadium. There are times that they had to change their clothes outside because the stadium gate's still locked. They advertise games on TV. The games don't come. The PFL does not explain itself. People waste an afternoon sitting on waiting for some game that was supposed to come. Then they get a TV station. Um, I forget the name of the TV station. I ashamed they advertise in my book. Anyway, we get a TV station that is advertising and bringing the games in Trinidad and Wave TV, Wave, right? And what age, you know? And when Wave TV is bringing the football, they don't tell us. It's like again some kind of secret thing we have to tell each other on social media. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Okay, it is a badly run league. I hope people are getting their money on time. We have a number of areas with this league. It is not a pro league, and one of the reasons we have poor crowd support is sometimes the clubs cannot play in their community areas. They have to go to a stadium on the other side of the country because of the FIFA rules about the stadiums and pro league football. I want to ask you something, and I want anybody to put it in the comments down below. Antigua, Bermuda, U.S. Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands. How many of their clubs are playing in FIFA-approved stadiums? I'm just curious. All right, because if what we need to do maybe is stop saying pro football. We don't have pro football. I can't take a rowboat from Trinidad and Tobago and call it cruise liner. Okay, um, I can't put five ugly women on Frederick Street and have a beauty contest and call it Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Um, Therefore, look, go back to what we had before. We had a semi-pro league. We had an amateur league with a few pro and semi-pro teams. And if we do that right now, we would have teams that can handle themselves. Defense Force, Police, AC Port of Spain, Central, La Joquita Rangers. I don't think I'll leave out anybody. Those five seem to have a solid base in terms of handling its players. Also, I've heard that Central has a not Central, AC Port of Spain has a money problem now and again. And the rest will just have to fight it up. And if you can't make, be a good amateur team, play in the league, and those with the money will dominate. So back in the late 80s, early 90s, it was Defense Force, ASL, and Trintok that handled the league, and Police fight it up a little bit. You see the four, basically pro teams, right? The rest just had to do the best they could. Maybe this is what we should do and stop this nonsense about pro football because we don't have pro football. And it's all right. We are good enough. We don't have it. We're a little country. We are fighting a pro football for. We don't have it. All right. Have your amateur league. Have your semi-pro league. Let the pro clubs that do exist participate. Play your football, and maybe we could get away from this nonsense about having to play. Two south teams up in Arima, two northern teams down in what do you call that place? Point 14. Come now, man. It's nonsensical. You frustrate fans. And if these, and of course, in the east, you've got the Sangre Grande Recreation Ground. In the west, you've got the Diego Martin Sports Complex. You've got a number of good stadia throughout the country. Yeah, you've got Point Fortin grounds down in the south. And between those, we should be able to, have some decent football, and maybe a few more fans will show up. All right. As I said, yeah, people showing up for games sometimes, and the grounds closed. People want to know why they are there. So um, I hope they sort this out. So again, only country in the West Indies with some kind of secret undercover league. Look at everybody else and look at us: Barbados, Antigua, Cayman Islands, Jamaica. I look at the Jamaicans. I am envious, envious. All right, this is the fourth season, fourth edition of the TTPFL. If this it's not exactly progress, so what is it? This leads me to my next point. Kieron Edwards, the Trinidad Tobago Football Association president. I see recently he has been appointed to a FIFA Development Committee. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know Mr. Edwards very well, and understand he owns a team, Central FC. He's the president of the TTFA. I assume he is successful at what he does. Good for him. I would like to know what he has developed in the last 18 months as TTFA president to get this appointment. As I just said, we have a league that is just, you know, yes, it's the TTPFL, but it falls under the purview of the TTFA. So, you know, we have a country when in 18 months, no meaningful country has visited us for an international exhibition, except for maybe a Jamaican second 11. To their credit, they had the Unity Cup. Before that, they had I think, indoor match versus Saudi Arabia. So I give him credit for that. By our standards, that was a big step forward, and I thank him. Our youth program is in shambles. Our women's program is worse off than the youth program. 10 years ago, we were a big deal in CONCACAF. Now, Haiti, Dominican Republic, they're laughing at us. Jamaica, we can't touch them. All right? The senior team is doing the best that they can. So, I am not knocking the man. I'm proud that ever a Trini can do well for himself in FIFA. It gives us a little recognition. Maybe he can, network with people. But I want to know what you're doing here. I mean, develop something in Trinidad before you go for FIFA, right? I mean, you're gonna do in FIFA what you're doing. Oh, I don't know. Maybe people helping out people. Maybe you have a partner in FIFA. Hey, you want to walk boy? Yeah, boy. All right, come true, come true. I know. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me the great development that has been done in the last 18 months. I realize Rome was not built in a day. TNT football was in a mess when this guy came in, and it takes a while to do these things. But I would like to know what things have been done. I will thank the Trinidad Tobago government, the PNM government, because it was done under their regime for a wonderful stipend every year, 3 million a year for 3 years. And UNC don't want to stone only people money, please. All right, don't make football pay the price if you have a problem with PNM, please. All right, I don't want people to think I support any political party because I do not. As a wise friend of mine once said, all of them is a pack ass. Maybe not all of them, most of them. All right. And TTFA, thank God, I am not Minister of Sport because the transparency I would require from every single organization would make all your head spin. As my father would put it, I was straighten all your tail out. So, you know, I, eh, maybe we need to stop saying pro league, have an amateur league, do the best we can, let the pro teams play. And we have tried. The first league was an unmitigated disaster. It just dissolved. It was so badly off that in this last year, I called the woman who was running it. She wouldn't answer me. When she did answer me, she didn't know when the games were or where the games were in the following week. And she ran in the PFL. We have an alleged league starting on October 24th. This is what I've been told. I've been told it may not start because they're still waiting for their stipend money. And I think that's the whole focus of this particular video. Let's forget about pro football. Let's take the amateur football, have a few pro teams, and let's do the best we can. We had an amazing era in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. We have no kind of era now for the last 7 or 8 years. So that's it. And Mr. Edwards, if you can do something for TNT football with your FIFA Development Committee, so be it. Wonderful. Good job. All right. So I look forward to a league starting on October 24th. I'm at Trini. I want to see my people play football, and our footballers need some action. By the way, I did contact Sean Fuentes, the communications director for the FA. He has not gotten back to me, but that was 24 hours ago. He's abroad. He's with the team doing videos. He's busy. I contacted one or two players that confirm the start date. They didn't get back to me yet. Maybe because they don't know either. Fair enough. So good luck, Trinidad Tobago. I love you. I love this right here. God bless the TTFA. God bless Kieron Edwards. God bless the Trinidad Tobago Soca Warriors. And God bless this handsome fella making this video. Me.